Hello, 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 people. If I mentioned a key, would you get referenced? First or last, does it matter? A key. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Hey, 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 East Ends, Ebola, Martin, Cozy Hearn, Mr. Wuzzy, from a movie video game. From a movie video games. Let's go. Let's go. It's me, Mario. Okay, now I'm gonna get copyrighted. Nice. That's a good beginning of the stream. How is everybody doing? Hey, Netflix. What's up? Player One. I like that movie. Netflix is out with a teaser, guys. It's almost ready for its new video. Or you can go live when I'm done. Probably a lot of people will watch your live after mine. I don't have them, Ebola. No, I don't have them. I would never lie to you, my friend. See? There we go. Yet. Okay, should we try and see if we can get a trail going? Let's do a trail. They are getting dubia. Whoa, that's disgusting. Let's see what happens. Not my thing, Martin. Not my thing. I like trails, though. Well, the trick is my outworld. Because I feed them in this one, the dubias right there. And then it's just from one connector to the other. So they take the shortest line, which is perfect for me because it gives epic content. And they do the same thing in the wild, but when their numbers are too big for your setup, then the trail kind of disappears. Can we see the nest? Of course you can, because we still need to water it. And then, of course, we get back to the question, how are they doing? Well, they're not really pushing through. I mean, we still have brood. So we have still a big pile of eggs here. And we have eggs there. And there's even a little bit in the corner over there. Then if we go to the other nest, we also have brood everywhere. But it's still not the numbers that I would like to see. I would like to see chambers upon chambers of brood. Hey, Mark. Hey, Nico. So, yeah, I would love to see some more brood on these girls, but... Ah, nice. The castanets are partly in an XL nest, guys. Okay, we got a trail going. Haha. Nice. I'm really curious. I would love to see them, Nico. When are you planning on the video, or is that something that you're not doing anymore? Nice. It's rush hour apparently. Antflix is gonna stream also at the end of my stream. So 26. Yeah, I understand. I don't know how it's been for you, but for me the last few weeks were mental. It was bananas. And never say that your shop is not shipping for like a week or something, because damn, I have a ton of orders for the 5th, is it? Yeah, the 5th. Yeah. 1 minute ago I was making a nest for my Campanota singularis and I was cutting glass until I cut my finger. Oh damn. It sucks, dude. We almost made it to 2026. Getting there. I made my goals for this year. My goals this year were simple. I wanted to make my company viable, and it is. It's doing good. So that's nice. And yeah, at the end I said that I wanted to do at least 3K in subscribers. Well, we're past that pretty nicely, so that's good as well. So yeah, I'm happy with this year. What? Prove it. Prove what? That the company is doing good? Yeah, I know. I need to ship the stuff to you, but damn, it's annoying getting all the right papers. But you can see some really nice trails going. So it's the same as normal. If you want to see something, let me know. I'll grab what is not hibernating, and else I'm just gonna grab the stuff that I want to see. And well, we have to do everything as so. Yeah. So I'm just gonna start at the top. Oh, we got some. Okay, leaf cutters. I like to see the Nicobarensis. The Nicos are. Yeah, we can show them a little bit later. Can you show your Bicarinatum? The large queen with larvae, which name I forgot. Paraponera clavata. Sure. Let's start then with the tetras and the leaf cutters, and we'll probably do them again. There's something weird going on with the leaf cutters, so I'll show you guys that. And guy, so first to this side, Bicarinatum. So actually, the Bicarinatum are stable. This is how I cleaned it last week. They've been eating pretty good. They've been drinking, and the nest is still the same as last week. So it seems that they have stabilized. I don't see any large numbers of deaths anymore. So that is perfect. And now over to our friends. Are you ready for a lot of ants? These numbers are just bananas. Look at the number of ants that are in there. There are so many. Oh, I need to find my light switch. Am I still holding? I'm gonna hold you guys like this. So. Where's the light switch? There we go. I hope the angle was good for you. So let's go. So we go over here. Still ants. You can see that I've been power feeding them. So along the way, they have some piles of leaves. Hey, it's Sadie. I am still working on how I am going to put this lighting up. So there we have another pile of leaves and rosebuds. And then the funny thing is that there's a trash world over there. There's a trash out world on the other side. Then we go past here. Just still so many ants. And then the weird thing. They have dumped in the second pot. All is gone. And it is just a really, really big pile of junk. And the annoying thing is that part of the fungus has actually collapsed inside the nest. There's still a lot of fungus on all sides, but if there's that much trash, something did collapse in there, and you can see how far you can look inside the nest. So I am power feeding them, but the annoying thing is that I'm going away for 4 days. So I am really going to stuff that that outworld full of stuff, and let's hope that everything will turn out okay. LC trash during the winter seems non-stop. They trash so much. Yeah, it's bananas. I've never had this much at once. Okay, let's read the comments real quick. I need advice on my octospinosis. Does it smell? No. I have a small colony. Last week they went mad cutting leaves. They buried and have buried the pot, covering the fungus with cut leaves. Do I have to remove the excess leaves, or will they sort that? Normally they will sort it themselves. Yeah, normally they will take care of excess leaves, put it in a corner of an outworld, make like a trash pile, or even get a dedicated outworld to use as a trash pile. But normally they will clean it themselves. It's a bit scary, but my fungus halves every winter. Well, the scary thing for me was that I found it on a lot of videos that a lot of people had that. But it scared me because I just connected the second pod and I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna do something, and then it was just one big pile of trash. So I contacted Ilias and I watched a lot of videos, and then I saw that it was quite normal. Oh, they are making queens. Oh, Sam, yeah, I completely forgot. Sorry. So this is the normal. This is the 7 milliliters, and this is the 26. And then in combination with, do I still have one here? Let me grab a jaw drinker. So Sam, then it is like this. And the jaw drinker is a perfect also for red runners. So if you compare that to a big tube, yeah, it is bigger, but this one is wider. And this one you can just rinse off and use again. Our winter leaves start making an antifreeze, so I don't think it's very good. Oh. Ah. Yeah, that's the same for me, Sadie. I don't have the possibility for that. I bought a plant of basil, but if they want, they'll go through one plant in a day, and that's like €3. So I need to get myself some smaller jaw drinkers from Amicia. Yeah. By the way, Sam, if you place an order, just get the big ones, the 40 mils, and then put in the side notes that you want 26s, and I'll fix that for you. Can you get Polymaker PLA Pro filament? Yes, I can, but I won't because it's not good for printing. At least I have some bad experience with Polymaker. Sadie and company go in the chat. What a treat. Yes. Okay, Sam. We'll talk later. My LC accepted the baby spinach like crazy. Where did you get them, Martin? That's the next question. Very important. Kale, okay. But I'm always afraid of how do you call it? That it's sprayed or something. So I got some biologic peas, but I'm afraid. Okay. Okay, guys. We're also gonna do something nice today because I'm not gonna tell you guys the full story, but I got some extra queens, and she is going to get a new nest. So, organic options. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I got bio frozen peas, so it should be good. So I was thinking I needed well, for springtime, when ants get active again, we are gonna capture maybe some queens or some nests and stuff. And I really like the Queen Tube Room, but I know that a lot of people think that the Queen Tube Room is a bit too expensive to start with. So I made another version of the corridor which is going to be cheaper and usable right away. And we're going to have 2 flavors on that. So, a new starter, really simple. 2 tube connectors on one side, which is straight connected into the nest. There's going to be a stopper on one. And then on the other side, you have a connector that you can connect to a normal setup. We still are also going to have a deluxe version, which has 3 ports, but this will be a little bit more expensive because there's more accessories. But this is going to be a cheap starter. The tubes are supported with a small block with some notches in it. And yeah, let's connect one because I got a free queen from somebody, which we were talking about in the last stream. So here she is, our Chromatogaster Scutellarius. And we are going to connect her to the white one, I think. So these are, of course, the rubber connectors, the same as in other setups. And then you can just pop it on. And there we go. And yes, they come in Fire Engine Red. What is a Queen Tube room? Well, that's very simple. So it's actually, this is the Queen Tube room set. Let me get the green one out of the way. So this is going to be the new starter. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's going to be available soon. And this is the Queen Tube room. So it's the same with a corridor. Sadie, it was not by choice. Somebody gave me some free queens and I was like, oh, damn. And he said that he sent me one species, but it was another species. So, yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep them. So this is a Queen Tube room. The Crafty Duo. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, this is the Queen Tube room. What is the advantage of the Queen Tube room is that you can still look through the red acrylic without taking the whole cover off. It's dark. It's good for keeping temperature up. But you can only have one tube on one side. You can connect another one over there, but then it's going to be like bigger. So that's why we made the 2 connectors on one side. Of course, people are going to ask, why don't you put 2 connectors of these ones here? Because they don't fit on my block size. And yes, I like to keep the block size as is. Thank you, Luca. Guys, girls, don't forget to like. Very important. We need the likes. So, yeah, that's going to be the difference between the Queen Tube rooms and the new tube setup. Yeah. Let's check out this girl right now. Does she have more eggs? It looked like it. We are having a small lump of eggs. And I always forget her name. So I wrote it down somewhere on a paper. So, there we go. It is Pseudocolobopsis. Pseudocolobopsis. And the nice thing, special thing about this one is that her eggs are reddish. I like the single one for slow growing queens. I like the dual ones for faster species. Yeah, true. The only thing is the problem that people sometimes run into is that the water tube is empty and you are not able to place a second tube. So, yeah. Easy for you. Punch out a tube cover for that. Yeah, I thought about it, but then it is not well, it's not cheap anymore. People want a cheap option, so this is the cheap option for now. To be honest, when most of the times when the tube does run empty, I move them into a nest. I take them out of the tube setup and I put them into a nest. So yeah, I know that Sadie is a tubes person, and I'm more a nest person. So yeah, does depend on the species though. What age did you start keeping ants? 37. Or a sleeve cover red. Yeah, I was thinking of I got the red sheets, so I could sell the red sheets that you can make a red cover for it, like a sleeve, which is a really cheap option. Cost efficient. Yeah, that's the better word. So yeah. So this is going to be the new model. Of course, they're going to be in the normal colors, black, white, and green, but also available in other colors if you want to. But then it's custom and it's only on, yeah, we have to agree on it. You don't cover any of yours. No, almost. The only ants that I am really busy with covering is the harps, because of their eyesight, and I want to give them a quiet. So yeah. But what do you guys think about the new starter? Is it a no or a go? By the way, another question. Do you guys think that I should make some standard ventilation in my corridor? I think I should. Just a simple pattern of like a few dashes on there. What's your favorite species of ants? That's a question I get a lot, and I can never give you an answer because I like so many species over so many because of their traits. I mean, the trailing of the diversa and the swarming, the beautiful looks of the Neoponera, the giant team effort of the leafcutters. It's, I mean, the full black color of the Camponotus vagus. I just like the hobby. I can tell you which I dislike. Maybe that's easier. Which one do I dislike? Chromatogessus scutularis. This one. I have one that's in the fridge now. Damn. He loves Cruentatus. Yeah, I did get a new one. Yeah, I missed them so much. I wasn't bullied or anything. No, I just missed them. So, new setup in use. Nice. Okay, let's see how this queen is doing. I completely forgot. Yes, I will get the clavata out. Martin implied that I pressured you. Well, no, did you? Okay, yes, you did. But it's fine. Now I'm in love with Cruentatus. How is this lady doing? Ooh. There we go. Ah. You guys see what I'm seeing? There we go. Larvae and eggies. So this is our Vegean Koi Queen. And she had a couple of workers, but sadly they didn't make it. But this is looking nice. I'm happy with that. You go, girl. Why gypsum and not wood? Wood is for very, I hate that word. Specific. Was that right? Yeah, fine for me. Species. So, yeah, it's risky, especially with smaller. Oh, I have fat and I could put in my crafting. Oh, that's a good one. That's nice. How do you feel about Hapernatus venator? Very easy. If my colony dies today, I'm going to buy a new one tomorrow. I love them. They're just something else. Mine are blooming in your wooden nest. Ah, that's cool. Hi from Queens, New York. Damn. Well, welcome from the Netherlands then. Thank you for joining. We're going to be feeding some ants today. And this is our last feeding session of this year. Of course, we're going to continue next year because it's way too much fun not to do this. So, yeah. Do you only like ants as in insects? No. I would love to have some more, but I don't want to sleep on the couch. So for now, it's just ants and, of course, red runners and dubias for feeding. But I would love to have a scorpion. Can you show the big queen? Yes, I'll get the clavata. And I am just as curious as you on how the larvae is doing. So I need to make some space because it's a big setup. What scorpion? Weird. Yeah, I thought about it when I was at the reptile show. There were a lot of scorpions there, but yeah, I decided not to go for it. Okay, so thank you, Mark. I love your videos. I watch you on YouTube. I subscribe to your channel. Oh, thank you, Gregoria. So, you guys ready? Let's see if we still have a larvae. Or maybe more. Cocoon is too soon. Focus. What are you doing, phone? That's better. Okay. I think larva. Yeah, it's still there. It's at the tip of her feet at the. Yes, I might. It's still there. That's very good. That's very good. It looks like it's still only one. Yeah. Still a lot of eggs, though. which is good. Okay, I'm gonna make her a tray with some red runners. It kind of is the rule of thumb that with bigger species, the cycle of everything is longer. So it takes longer from eggs to larvae to cocoon. How often do you water? Once or twice a week. This week I did not water it during the week, simply because I didn't have time because of Christmas and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, but you guys probably did see what I made during the Christmas days, right? And I'm saying that I don't have any time, and in the meanwhile, I was making some stuff, so I'll show you in a bit. Which ants your favorite? I got the question a little bit before. I like so many different species of ants because of all the different traits. I mean, look at this queen. Just the sheer size of it. It's huge. And then we have the diversa with the swarming and the general looks of the Filosa and the teamwork of the leafcutters. And ants are just epic to watch. And the most important thing for me is activity. Because a lot of people say, like acorn ants, Temnophorax nilandri, that they are boring, but they're always active. They're always busy. There always is a few outside of the nest. At the moment, they're in hibernation, so. But yeah, there's just so many epic species. The queen is a little bit restless, as usual. So, while you guys were watching her, I already made a feeding tray. Some people, last time we also put in some springtails. Just watering the outworld a little bit. So I'm going to show you guys something because it's a funny way. People ask me how I make stuff, and I actually have a nice example of that. So I'm going to put the queen back, some diverse sound in the background, and then I'm going to show you something. And the water. The jar drinker fell over. There we go. Happy that did not happen with the Filosas because then you're way more busy. You love trap jar ants. Well, I had them for a little bit, but I borrowed them and I had to give them back. Okay, let's see. Trial and error. So I just wanted to make something funny, and my daughters were constantly playing with some of those fidget toys. Let me grab some. I mean, I didn't make this, I just printed it, but my girls like this. So it's like small fidget toys, and you get like the dragons and unicorns. So they really like those things. And I was like, could I make something ant related? So I started to look at the joints. So I made a small head, an abdomen, and a bit that can wobble. So this one was, yeah, it's working, but it's not that strong. So version 2, which I already also made the last part for it. But this one I already made bigger. You will see why in a little bit. But you can see bigger hooks, flexible, nice. Then, I don't know. My daughter stole most of them, so we're going to skip a few parts. And you get to this. So, head, everything's still moving, but now it also has legs, which are also movable. Still, something's missing. So bit by bit, you just keep adding on more stuff. So I was trying, should I make eyes on them? But I just think that it's a bit creepy from this one to this one. So I'm not too convinced about it. But now the legs are also a bit less motion, because this one's, the legs were getting stuck under the end. With this one, no longer. Then I added jaws, because I forgot jaws. And now the eyes are a bit more hollow. So now it looks like eyes, but I can also, if I want to, I could glue in some eyes. And then we went till the version that is at the moment the last one. It has some bigger feet, so that it's easier to print for me, because this is actually printed in one piece. So this is actually a very tough piece to print. So with a bigger leg, I have some better grip on the building plate. But yeah, step by step, every time I make something, I print it, I test it, and then I go to the next version, and on and on and on. So I went in one day, I went from this to this. And yes, it's my design, so I can sell it. Unlike some other things that are you can see in some of the videos, but I cannot sell you guys. This I can, because it's my design. This later on, when I'm really happy with it, it will be available on the website. So yeah, just a funny Christmas project. I also got the question, can you make it smaller into a keychain? No, because then the legs will be too brittle and stuff like that. So, going to call him Little Nick of the crafty hand. Oh, dude, I'm not that little. But yeah, it was a funny project. My daughters both already have one. My girlfriend is really creeped out about it, because they're everywhere in the house now. Fun little project. So later on, available on the website. Okay, let's grab the Monomorium. By the way, hi, Hans Brothers. So, the Monomorium. They are doing good in the setup. Baiku. They're doing good in the setup. Still drinking from the normal tube. I still don't know in which setup I'm gonna put them. I want to use these guys to test the stacker, but it's not done yet. So yeah, for now, they're in the tubs and tubes, and they seem to be happy. Still growing, there's still a brood inside of the tube, and they're a hungry bunch. So I am gonna make a new plate, and hopefully they will leave the other plates behind. As you can see, they are a bit skittish, which is good. I really love the Santa one. Okay. There's a red runner on the run. Sorry, mate. I don't want you running around in my ant room. Something cool. The dubias are actually making offspring. So my breeding setup is working. Yeah, well, I got from Worm said that I had to get some monomorium, so I had to listen. For people that are new to the channel, those are spasms from the dubia. You like the eyes? Yeah, the first ones were a bit more creepy. Yours are in a teardrop Dripson. Cool. Let's see if I can grab. Nope. Ah, that one got off. Nice. Santa. Nice. Santa out of there. Oh. Wanted to tap off one end and the whole thing came crashing down. Hey, Muscle-san, welcome. Nervous system twitch. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that smiley in there. I don't want to grab too many ants out of there. But with eyes. Okay. So you want the ant with eyes. I'm probably gonna print the eyes separately. Maybe even leave you the option to glue it in yourself or not. I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna need to test it. Okay. Well, as you can see, Monomorium are pretty hungry. Well, at least pretty thirsty. They are known to be escape artists, but until now, I haven't had any escapees yet. And that's part of the reason that I got them as nest testers that are hopefully a bit less annoying than our friends, the Scudalaris. Because, well, they're just tiny devils, as we also call them inside the crafting and end room. Okay, I am going to put you back to the Diversa, but the Diversa are slowing down a little bit. So if you guys want, I can also put another ant in the background, but that's up to you guys. Let's see how Rita is doing. Yeah. Oh. Harps. I'll grab the harps after these ones. Is that okay with you? Or you want the harps in the background? Well, harps in the background, as soon as you take the lid off, they're a bit defensive. So most of the times you won't see them. That is actually looking good. They still have blue butts, but there's actually a nice amount of brood there. I am happy to see that. See that? I like that. Both. Okay. Well, that's a room issue. I don't have a lot of space on the recording set. Okay, well, these are gonna get a nice amount of red runners because I'm a little bit low on dubias. So I reserved the dubias for some other species. Did you get another Nikos? No, we have the 5 queen ones. And we should also look at those. I think somebody asked me for them, right? For the beginning of the stream. Those were a lot of questions at the same time. Sadie, are you still here? When are you gonna post another video? So for Nico, it's gonna be 2026. So he gives himself a whole year. My Dore Mirmax, Burini Micro are really testing your small setup. Still no escapes. That's epic. That's cool. By the way, guys, if you have problems with one of my setups, let me know. I will try my best to help you out in any manner possible. But also, if there's something wrong with the setups, I cannot fix it if I don't know it. So, please, tell me. I'm always open for suggestions. I am always curious about about your opinion. I've seen a blue metallic and species, or a golden metallic and species, and a silver metallic and species. Do you like those and species? The blue ones were probably on the Ants Canada, but yeah, I had Camponotus parius. They had like a gold back, which was really nice. Also, if you look at the Philosas, they also have a very nice golden glow on it. But also, there's a lot of talk going on about Metallicas. So, yeah. Hopefully soon. Now, I would like some Metallicas, but also simply because I'm a big Metallica fan. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Mark. The Queen 2 brooms work really, really good. I'm really happy with those. But aren't most ants addictive? Okay. So you want to see the harps? Let me grab the harps. So from this cabinet, we just need to do the Messers and the Filosas. But let's grab the harps first. Yeah. You're talking about your products. Thanks. Are they addictive? Nice. Propaganda. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yay! Woohoo! Woo! We got a cocoon. We got a cocoon. Happy, happy, happy. Cocoon. Cocoon. Yeah. I don't know if it's the same with all harps, but at least mine, they lay in really big batches of eggs and larvae. So yeah, I have to say that at the moment it's not very handy to have the diverse on the background like that. As you can see, quite a few springtails are in there, but I am happy with the springtails in there because I don't have any lice anymore. Did you feed them yet? Well, Ants Apprentice, they can grab stuff themselves if they want to. So, I have a large outworld where there's actually red runners in there. And they can just open up their exit because they close it off. Open up their exit, go hunt for a red runner, bring it back, and close it again. So that's actually working pretty good for me. I'm really happy with that. Sometimes the red runners also do get into the setup. But yeah, you know harps. That's it's a bad idea to go into that into a feeding species. I should do that for my ecto. Yeah, you could try. Some species overkill. They just kill everything and just yeah, let it decay. But no, these girls actually love it. And it's really handy because when you go on vacation or stuff like that, you just make sure that you have enough water in there. You have a few red runners in there, and the ants will do the rest. Yeah, they have great eyesight. So they are actually constantly looking around. Okay, let's put these girls aside. Oh, just have to change one thing. Okay. Yeah, harps are. Yeah, those are one of the species I said before in earlier in the stream. If this colony dies today, I'm buying a new one tomorrow. So I remember Mark, you asked for the Nicobrances. So let's check out the Nicos. Yes, the nest is big, I know. But the 5 queen colony are going for it. Hapegnate Saltador. That would be cool, but they are very hard to get. I would love to have, well, the cloning kind. With Saltadors, when you have around, I don't know the exact numbers, but like 10 workers, you can split it into 2 groups of 5 and they will just continue. So, yeah, the harps are doing great. I think it was you who asked for it, Mark. Nikos don't want to eat. I'm a bit worried because the queen's guest is half the size as she had. I don't know if I put them on too low of temp. Yeah, temperature for harps is a bit higher than most other Camponotuses. So I keep them at 25 degrees Celsius. Mm-hmm. But let's turn the question around then, Gregoria. What's your favorite species? "17 viewers. Thank you guys all for joining. I am enjoying the Sunday evenings like this. I mean, it's very easily said. I have to feed them anyway, but it's cool to do it with you guys. Hello, Elliot T. James. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna grab the Filosas so that we can see some hunting and I can sit back a little bit. You need more space. You need more species that don't hibernate. Yeah, that's a tricky thing always. I have quite a big selection now that some I don't have to hibernate and some I choose not to hibernate. So that's yeah. Hello, you got any interesting ants? I see a giant one in there. Yeah, in the background is Diversa, but now we are actually going to look at the Filosas. And the Filosas are doing really good. How good do you ask? Well, what is another name for our Filosas, guys? The Cigar Factory. We got a new cigar, guys. We got a new cigar. So that's the first, and hopefully more of them will join soon. What's that white stuff? Where? What do you mean? You mean my bad lighting or? I have to say that the Filosas are one of my favorites. Just the epic looks, the hunting, general size, because they're also for video purposes easy to film because of their size. Sim van Til. How are your Nico Brances doing, Sim? Can you give them a bug? Yes, I am going to give them a Red Runner. And these girls do some live hunting. As you can see, there are a lot of larvae. There is still a big pile of eggs. More larvae. And we have our first cocoon there. So I am very happy. The shiny, that's my lighting. Sorry. So, yeah. It's looking really good. Hopefully we're going to get some more cocoons. There's quite a big one over... Where's my finger? There's quite a big one. Is that a white pattern on the ants? It's more it's if you look really closely, it's more like a golden shimmer on it. Yeah, they are also called hairy panther ants. Texas bullet ants, even though they are not real bullet ants. I don't want the discussion on it. They are not real bullet ants. They aren't named Texas bullet ants, but they are not real bullet ants. Neopanera filosa. Some cleaning going on there. But yeah, their size is getting impressive. So, are you guys ready? I am for... yes, their sting hurts. Well, from what I've heard, I've never been stung myself, so... But you always got to watch out. Apparently, the barrier is not good anymore. This one is on the lid. Okay, I am going to grab some live red runners. They are going to hunt them. They are going to sting them and bite them. If you don't like that kind of content, this is the time to leave. Incoming. Nowadays, they are getting quite a few. Worms, no, I give them red runners. Yeah, red runners is type of roach. And this gives me the time to drink something. So, if you have a question, don't forget to ask. Do you have a Camponotus sanctus colony? No. No, I do not. I have quite a few Camponotuses. Camponotus irritans, Camponotus vagus, Camponotus nicobarensis, singularis. Ooh. Gunning leafcutters? Yes, we have a big setup with Acromyrmex lundi. There's too many in there. Well, to be honest, I had some fluon on here from a company that I was testing, maybe going to sell it. No, I'm not happy with it. So with most of the with most of the colonies that I have, I use talcum powder. That is not looking good. That's already been stung. Can you show me the queen? If I can find her, I can in a little bit. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. How big is the queen? A little bit bigger. Just a little bit. How many times have you bring the flea on a year? I just talcum powder, and with talcum powder, just when they cross it, I make a new layer. I don't have Cabernet irritants, but I have pseudo irritants. Yeah, that is a thing. I shouldn't say irritants anymore. I should say the family of irritants. So yeah, that's naming the irritant a critical thing. Yeah, Fluon, it works very well, but everyone has their own thing that they like. How big will the colony become? I'm not sure with this one. I think they can grow quite big. Finally assume. What do you use to keep Diversa inside the Outworld? They hardly like to escape, and I think about getting a queen of these cool ones. What do you use to keep the Diversa in the... Oh, you mean as a barrier vacuum? I use talcum powder. Yeah. Vacuum verpackt. So I guess you're German then. Well, with the talcum powder, so with the talcum powder, it is baby powder. So it's in Dutch, so talcum powder. And then you just grab a jar and you put some kind of alcohol in there. It can be nail polish remover, it can be acetone, it can be all kinds of stuff. And you just mix it in there, and then you just apply it with a brush. And then the alcohol evaporates, and then the talcum powder stays behind. And then you get something like this. Can you show me the Cabernet irritants? I can later on, because we already had them on stream and we already fed them, but at the end I can get them back. Do you feed jelly to your ants? I have some jelly cups, but no, normally I don't. No. We are all thinking, aren't we? I don't know what you mean. Vodka. Yeah, you can use vodka. That's perfect. How often do I replace the barrier? As soon as I get past it. But I would suggest to not. But that's with almost every species. Don't use an open top. I mean, I still have a lid on everything. And when they are on the lid, I replace the barrier. I have Fluon and it works very good. Yeah, I like rhino beetles and stags. That's cool. Yeah. Is it bad to feed them jellies? No, it's not. No, it's not. Let me check. I have them here somewhere. Where did I put them? As I said, I don't use them a lot. Ah, there we go. I mean, I got them, but yeah, no. It's especially mostly it's for bigger colonies, and I just don't have a lot of really big colonies, so I might give one to the Diversa. Could do that. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just like to give them sugar water and red runners. I don't know. Maybe to it's easier to control. Maybe. So yeah. Ooh, they are really ripping this one apart. The colony size is now that big that they are feeding their young, but they are also just pulling everything apart and just eating it everywhere. Next week, I hope that we have a ton of cigars again. Have you raised it from a queen, Ilias? No. I got the colony from the ant merchant, and it was already a colony with around 25 workers. And to be honest, I don't know the history before that. So we have this colony a bit more than a year now, and we went from 25 workers and the queen and brood to this that we are now. So yeah, so let's say that there is around, well, I would say 25 outside of the nest, and then another 75 inside the nest. So let's say that we are at 100 now. They are supposed to be quite easy. Yeah, they're not a very hard species to keep, to be honest. Also not cheap to buy, but yeah. By the way, guys, thank you all for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. He's going to be there a while doing that. I don't know what you mean. Hello, Ninja Sue. All new here. Well, welcome then. How's the Pseudocolobopsis? We have 5 eggs now, so it's looking good. But now I wonder, is Ilias the Ilias? Because then we have some good Clavata news. Coming to a stream near you. Ant X, the same ant channel. The guy making the vid keeps seeing my comments, and I'm trying to reply on people in chat. Okay. Well, we got a larvae, Ilias. Since last week, we have 1 larvae, and we still have around 10 eggs. So it's looking really good. I wonder how lucrative selling ants is. Well, I'm not selling ants, so I don't know. Oh, damn. Well, Ants Apprentice, have a nice trip then. Sell regular black ants. No, I'm not going to sell ants. How much money do you make off YouTube? A lot. But thecraftingant.com is my website where you can buy all the setups that you've seen in today's video. And that's my shop, and I try to earn some money with that. So for me, the YouTube videos are mostly advertisement. Hello, Antkeeper C, what's up? It's been a while. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone's welcome, and everybody has their own schedule. So you are welcome to join when you can. Well, it's not cages. So let's put these nice ladies away. And let's grab the next setup. You got any natural looking interiors? Well, I try to do some stuff, but I don't sell it because it is too hard with worldwide shipping. like rocks. At the moment, not. I wanted to sell more stuff like that, but I just didn't have the time yet to put it in the shop, so not yet. Okay. Quick checkup on the Mesor that is not hibernating. Girls, please move out of the dirty tube. Nope. So, queen, brood, workers, they are hiding the brood, but as you can see, there is brood there. Wood, something like that. Well, I sell nests with wooden inserts, so that could be something. I've bought a queen Messer Capitatus. Okay. Do they eat that mold? No, they do not. But they are called Messer Barbarus, but we also nickname them Messi Barbarus. But they still have a nice amount of seeds, so we are fine in that department. Okay, on to the next. Let's grab the Singularis. Which is your favorite exotic ant? Third time is a charm. No, I just like too many different species of ants. So it's hard to answer that question. So this is the Singularis, but the Singularis is still not happy. Don't have any brood. And to be honest, the Singularis is not one of my favorite species. So I am actually working on some kind of trading system with somebody that I met recently. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can help each other out. And I'm probably gonna gift him this colony. They were testing the setup. They have had a batch of eggs and everything went fine. But now they are just taking their sweet time to get the next batch going. Might be the weather. You never know. Ants are ants. They don't always want to follow my schedule. I just cut a red runner in half, and still it's running through the room. I got it, but typical red runner behavior. So, sugar water, some red runners. I also see that their jaw drinker is almost empty. So I am going to fix that real quick. Almost 1.5 hours again. Nice, guys. Thanks all for joining. And of course, for most of the regulars, thank you very much for a very nice year. I had a lot of fun with you guys. And yeah, thanks also for joining the Discord, the watching TikToks, YouTubes, Instagrams. It's Amazing. Do you have any Phodoli megacephala, known as the African big-headed ant species? No, I don't have megacephala. I have Phodoli noda, and is that it? Or am I saying something now? Well, I might have another Phodoli, but yeah, I'm not going to talk about them today. By the way, Gregoria, if you like to see more on ants from different people, you can always join our Discord. The link is in the description, and there's a lot of different people sharing their ant stuff there, so that's cool. It's a nice place to be. Also, if you have any questions, lots of people there to help answer questions. Holy smokes. Okay. Any ant species on your wish list currently? Ooh. Ilias, what a question. Where was the list again? Well, Metallicas, but those are already getting there. One of my dream species, but then if I get the possibility to buy them or get them in some kind of way, I am setting myself up again. Polyrachus amata. I really like those, but then I need to make a setup for them. So yeah, and I forgot again. Echinopla. Did you see the video from Sadie from Ants England? It was one of her last videos, and she had like really fuzzy ants in there. They looked so cool. And I think their name was Echinopla. And I also, Worm every time says that I have to get some Limatopen. Polyrachus are cool, but difficult to get at a good quality. Yeah, that's one of the tricky things. So, what I was saying just now, look at the amount of brood the Rufinegra has now. Let's hope that it's... Yeah, they're like little fuzzy bears. And I saw them at Ants England, and I was I want those. Especially my daughters were like, "Oh no!" So yeah. But then another question, Ilias, what is on your wish list then? I mean, I could also say that I still want another leaf cutter setup, but I don't have the space for them now. Because then I want to make another epic setup, and yeah, I have some other species that I have to make epic setup for. By the way, if you want to tell something about your website, you're free to, Ilias. Or if you want, I can say it because I'm actually, well, Martin can plug it. Well, thanks for joining, Gregoria. We're doing this every Sunday at the same time, but it's different time for you, of course. For me, it's we start at 8 in the evening. So yeah, perhaps Daceton or Cephalotus. Yeah, the Cephalotus is just something. Yeah. All right. Well, Euro is the friendly one, Elias. He is one of the best suppliers that I have. The Lundis are from him, and the Glavata are from him. And yeah, you give epic support. It's really cool to be in the Leafcutter setup group to see everybody's Leafcutter adventures. I really like that. Okay, we need to do the Densculata. I agree, Martin. Well, hit me up, Elias. I'm glad to supply you some. Just tell me what you need and we can work something out. So the Denticulata, they are still doing great. A lot of larvae in there. They're actually clearing up the nest. How often do you feed your ants? It depends on the species. Most species, once or twice a week. The Diversa, almost every day. And the Leafcutters, almost every day. Yeah. Martin is actually allowed to look a little bit further than me, Elias. Because I know you have some other really cool insects, but I don't want to sleep on the couch, so I have to behave. Weaver ants, have you ever nested them? I tried a setup, but I never got really far with them. I had Smagradina, Ucophilia smagradina. Oh, Elias, that's a species that I would like again. But I need to have a setup finished for them. And I already have an idea, but I just didn't have the time to make it yet. But that's a species that I would love to have, the green weavers. I have a race setup, but I just don't have. I need to figure something out where to put the tubes and stuff. So I see that their jar drinker is also almost empty. Let's fill it up. Dude, your partner doesn't come in your end room, so yeah. But still, she knows some people that watch the stream, and things might get in the wrong place. So, in your lab, that sounds cool. They are really difficult to keep. Yeah. I got them from the ant merchant, and they were good quality with workers and everything. and I got brood with them, and they started weaving a little bit, but yeah, they just didn't make it. Okay, denticulatas. They have multiple nests at the same colony. If you could nest them with a nest, you can nest them for months. Yes, they have multiple nests to the same colony. Yeah, okay, in bigger sizes. But the colony that I had was the queen with a bit of brood and 7 workers. And they made a little bit more brood, and they started weaving inside the tube in the large setup. But they never got any further than that. So, yeah. Yeah, it was sad. It was a gifted queen, but okay, let's check on the drop tails. Yeah, but that's the thing. I create my own nests. So one of my criteria is that I want to be able to keep them in my own nest. And that's not always easy. So I have some people that keep Polyrhachis dives in the same setup, because I have some people testing them, and they are successful. So I am already making some changes to those, and hopefully we will get something suitable for them, and then get a Schmachradina going. Bye, Elias. Thanks for joining. Just trap one next in the box and provide them with leaves, and they keep building a nest. Yeah, but everything that I make is artificial, so that's the thing. Are you doing any research on these ants? Yes and no. I tried to help a little bit with the research on the Manica rubida with the challenge, and I was in a group talking about their housing and stuff, seeing how they were acting in my setups, which had positive results. So that was cool. And I am now working with a guy that wants me to help him with some ground research for Dutch ants. So yeah, let's see how that pans out. So, quick look. I already gave them some food. These are the drop tails. I am from the Netherlands. Still water in there. Come to think of them, I am going to change them into the new setup, because this feeding corridor is bugging me out, and I might as well use one of these girls. So, disconnecting this tube, but I have to check because there is one actually out there drinking a little, and now it's running back into the tube. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna move it, and then I'm gonna capture the last one. The last two, apparently. There we go. So there we go. Inside the new nest. These are actually where is my cheat sheet? This is a Myrmicaria, but it's from Africa and it's unspecified at the moment. So it's a yeah, Myrmicaria, but we don't know which one. So it's an African drop tail ant. Sadly, the tube isn't really clear, so I hope actually later on I'm gonna put some water in the other tube. Maybe I can persuade them to go to the new tube. This is one of my newest setups, yeah. So we have this setup. This is a newer one, but we also have a queen tube room where you can actually put the tube inside. Inside this. So this actually is a connector that you can connect a lot of other nests to, and it's the same setup, but here the tube is in there. Now it's actually setups where I sell, where people keep their ants in. But it's not for experiments, no. But I do try to see which species works best in which nest, because I sell them with wooden inserts, gypsum inserts, and white tongue inserts. I also sell mesh nests, but to be honest, personally, I am not a big fan of mesh nests. I'm also working on a cork variant at the moment. But okay, that is it. We have fed all the colonies. So, are there any colonies that you guys want to see again? Why is this have 2 ways to the feeder? What do you mean? For this, because this is a connector, my system is modular, so you can actually add more pieces to it. So you can take this blind out and then connect an outworld or a nest or anything else. Can I show what? The inserts or? You missed the Fedoli. The Fedoli nodas are in hibernation. The inserts. Sure, let me grab some. Just a second. So this is for a medium setup. We have a gypsum insert. We have a white tongue insert. And this one is not cleaned yet, but this is a wooden insert. So it's all the same size. And this is the gypsum one inside an actual setup. So it's this insert. And why is this white and this one gray? Because when it's dry, it's white. It turns gray when you add water. But could you show the bullet ends one more time, please? Sure. Let me put the drop tails aside. And where this feed is set, well, you can connect it to whatever you want. So this is a larger size, and this is the feeding corridor, and then you can connect it to different outworlds. Do you make the inserts with a CNC? Yes. What do you use to make the inserts? A CNC and a gypsum a mold. So the wood and the white tongue on a CNC and a gypsum in a mold. So you got quite a few of the red runners are done. Okay, well, what I'm trying to understand is what is the queen doing in that small feeder setup? Whereas must she be in a larger colony? You mean that at first she's in a tube, and later on she will move into a nest. The tube will eventually run out of water, and around that time they are willing to move into a nest, and then she will be in a nest in one of the chambers. Let's see if we can find the queen. Ah, there she is. The queen here is right over there, and she's just a little bit bigger than the rest, but this is the queen of the Neopanera filosa. She normally resides in this queen where mostly the eggs are laid, and later on the eggs are scattered in the larvae. So we have larvae and eggs over there, and over there, but the eggs are laid in this room. And most of the time she does pick the room the furthest away from the outworld, so probably also for safety purposes. Okay, so it also acts as a queen rearing chamber. Yeah. I don't know exactly what you mean by the word rearing, but yeah, this is where she resides mostly. Is it possible to connect your outworld with other systems? 20 mil tubes, for example. Yes, it is possible. All of my connectors are like this. We call them the H connectors. And we actually have an H connector that connects up to, well, this is 25 millimeter pipe. But yeah, you can connect it here and then you can continue it. And we also, I don't have one here at the moment, but we also have tube connectors. Oh, I can show you 1 second. Look, let's go over here. So we have these connectors, and you can connect 3 different sizes of tubing on there. And you can connect it on every port. If you want to find it on the website, it's called the H to tube connector, and it's in the connector section on the craftingant.com. Like feeding, grooming, and so on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, she does that in that room. But this is already the third setup that they are in. And at the moment, it is quite large for them, but I am power feeding them. And as you can see, we already have a cocoon, and we have quite a nice amount of brood there. So yeah, vacuum verpakt, thecraftingant.com, and with all the connectors, with all the setups, you can add one of those connectors, and you can connect it to everything that you want. Where you get the feeding from? Well, red runners I breed, and I buy them from one guy, and then the same with dubias. But with the speed that I'm using them, I buy them a lot, but I buy them in bulk. So, I am going to end the stream. It's been a long one. 1 hour and 52 minutes. So I am going. How often do you hydrate the nest? It depends on the species. So let's do it like this. It depends on the species because, well, different species have different hydrations that they need. Also depends on the insert. The gypsum stays hydrated for a very long time. The white tongue, you have to hydrate a little bit more. The wood, you don't hydrate. Hey, Worm, we were just talking about you. About that I should get the Lime Open. I had Tetrapronera rufinigra, but don't really know yet. In what setup are they? Because if they're in tubes, you don't have to worry about the hydration in the nest. It's a white tongue insert. I'm not really sure about their needs, but I would say one time or twice a week. Gypsum, okay. I would say once a week, but with gypsum you can actually, because I shown it just a little bit before. When the gypsum turns white, it's too dry. It should be gray. And when the gypsum is too wet, you can actually see it because you will get like a glimmer on it. So the water is actually pulling straight through it, and then you have too much water. So it's kind of a mix because it also depends on how do you keep them temperature-wise. For weaver ants, how often to feed and hydrate? I am not sure, to be honest. I am not sure. I know more about nests than I know about ant species. I try to know everything about the species that I have, but it's a lot to keep up to. And the Nikos once a week, a full syringe in is enough. In every hole, though. The Ucophilia smagradina. I know that mine liked red runners a lot, and I fed them twice a week. What kind of plaster do you use for your inserts? Yeah, I'm not gonna give all the secrets away. So that's something that you have to figure out yourself. Are you gonna be on Discord after? No, I can't. I have to get ready because tomorrow I am going on a holiday. So I have to grab some more stuff. So next week, Worm. And I have quite a lot to do next week. For orders. Hydration, it depends how you keep them. Are they inside of a nest? Are they inside of a tube? Are they in an open setup? If they're in an open setup, just give them a water supply and they will do it themselves. If it's in a tube, there has to be water in there behind the cotton. And they're not really suited for a nest, but I know that they like it quite wet. Bring us a souvenir. Well, if I'm lucky, I'm gonna see some snow. So yeah, I'll bring you a bit of water because but that's what's gonna. So I want to take this last minute to thank all of you guys. Thank you for an epic year. I had a lot of fun, especially doing the live streams, and it's just been a pleasure. It's been really good. So thank you all for joining. I hope that next year is going to be an even more epic year than this year. Um, and I hope that it will be the same for you guys. Hope to see you guys next week. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Keep crafting out.